The views and opinions expressed on From the Mouths of Madness are that of the panel and not of the Geeks Under the Influence Network or their sponsors, Amazon.com, NTpublic.com. Listeners, beware. Coming straight from the Mouths of Madness, I'm one of the hosts, Lowdown. With me, as always, is...
F.U. Hunter. What's up, bitches?
Start calling you the Green Rocker.
By the time this comes out, it won't be green anymore.
It won't be green.
Yeah.
His
Why are
hair's...
you trying to depress me because I have to go back to work now?
Maybe, because it's fun.
I know, I've got to experiment with most colors in my hair, and now I've got to go back
Blue,
to...
purple. You never did... No, you did red for a stint.
Yeah.
For a stint.
I did for Christmas. I did the red-green to
that's what
celebrate.
It was, yeah. Currently rocking the green.
That's right.
I prefer that probably the best in hair. I don't know. Maybe it's like a weird thing with the Joker.
Yeah.
But like I don't really care for like blue hair and all that. Like green hair, I've always been okay with.
I actually did green back in October because even though we didn't do the zombie walk, I still did the Nurse Joker for the zombie walk. So I did that for a little while before I went red-green for Christmas. So
the red-green was fun.
Yeah.
I will say that was fun. So, all right, guys.
Speaking of a movie, we're about to talk just a lot of red.
A lot of red. Movies that are a lot of red. So we're not here to talk about F.U. Hunter's hair color, even though we could do an episode on that because it'd be fun. I'll just tag it with a bunch of pictures that I've taken over the last year. Tonight on Killer or Filler, we're going to be going over the 1976 film Carrie versus the 2013 remake Carrie. Now, there is one that came out in between those two. It was like 2006 or 7.
Was that the TV movie?
Made for TV movie,
Okay.
which we couldn't find anywhere.
Yeah.
Well, no, I found it for rent, but I didn't really care to watch it.
And we're not going to mention anything about the Carrie 2 sequel that came out.
No,
was that the
it was
late
a sequel.
90s?
It was like 02.
Okay.
It was like literally 01 or 02.
Yeah.
It came out as a sequel, but it was really a remake. They disguised it as a sequel.
Well,
because was it her dad was related to Carrie or some? Remember there was some weird family connection bullshit.
I'll remember she had some weird Vine tattoo that then when she became like angry, it covered her. And then the chick that got away from the first movie, got killed in this one. Like almost like the whole concept of this movie. Yeah, the whole concept of this movie was we need to fucking find a way to kill Sue because she got out of that goddamn gymnasium. So.
Yeah, so we're not talking about we're just strictly talking about the OG and the 2013 remake. Now, the OG was directed by Brian De Palma. Now, I would hope that our listeners know who Brian De Palma is. If not, I will just name a few movies. We've got Scarface, Untouchables, Carlito's Way,
the first Mission
Impossible,
yep.
Raising Cain, if you want to bring it back to the horror world.
Yep.
John Lithgow. That was actually an underrated film. We're going to do a On the Chopping Block on that in the future.
I've never seen it, so
me saying it's underrated doesn't mean that it's going to pass. It just means that I don't think it got any credit at all. And even though on our Chopping Block episodes it doesn't pass, doesn't mean we don't give it credit where it's due.
Actually, there's another one that I just picked up, got a lot of mentions on the first In the Search of Darkness, Dressed to Kill.
Yeah, Brian De Palma. Yeah, Dressed to Kill.
And there's a lot of comparisons to how De Palma directed that to how he kind of mirroring Hitchcock. So I'm really interested in watching that.
Because that movie's very suspense-driven. So, yeah, on the chopping block for that, we definitely can talk about that. There are comparisons to Hitchcock in that.
I can't remember. There's a podcast that broke down scene for scene of Dressed to Kill and how you can match it up with different Hitchcock movies. So
I mean, there's no other podcast that will be us when we do the episode.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
About?
Sorry. We're the only ones.
Because we're the only ones.
For all the other
seriously.
great ones on
love
the
for all the horror podcasts and the horror community. We don't say that enough, I think, on this podcast. I follow tons of horror podcasts. There's actually a hashtag on Instagram, #HorrorPodFam, and it's a fuck ton of horror podcasts, all with different ways to give you the similar information. Because look, you know how many fucking podcast episodes have been done about fucking the Carpenters, The Thing?
Yeah.
Everyone does it differently, though. That's the thing. Everyone does it a little bit different, right? It's different personalities.
There's a podcast to listen to where they actually had hands on the Thing TV movie sequel.
Yeah.
And that shit blew my fucking mind, man.
Yeah. So, tons of horror podcasts out there. Thank you for listening to us, but definitely also check out all the other horror podcasts out there. Our brothers and sisters in the network are doing great work, and creating awesome content. So back to the 1976 Carrie. This cast is, it's got some power. It's also got, this is where they stopped at. So
well, but I think just you look at this and some of the actors and what they went on to. I mean, there's this whole interesting thing where De Palma and George Lucas were really tight, and so a lot of the actors that auditioned for Carrie also auditioned for Star Wars. If you want to start wrapping your head around a John Travolta Han Solo.
I really don't. I don't.
Hey, you never heard of Millennium Falcon? Come on. Hey,
I was say, what
up your nose
with rubber hose? Yeah, right.
Yeah, it would have been weird, but that's the whole thing that's kind of crazy. Is in the mid '70s, you had you had George Lucas, De Palma, Francis Ford Coppola, all these directors that were tight, and it's just god damn, the shit that came out, Carrie, Star Wars.
You know what? Back then they weren't what they are now. So back then it was indie helping indie, bro. It wasn't like this. There are these $1 million movie makers, that back then it was hey, I want to make a movie. You can make a movie. You're going to make a movie, and everybody making movies.
Yeah.
And with low budget as fuck.
And I mean, and this movie was a risk for De Palma. I mean, Stephen King novels based on a Stephen King novel does not have the same
back in 76.
Yeah.
Fuck no, dude.
No.
Back in 76, this was Stephen King's second book. Okay, second book, and but prior to that, it was Salem's Lot. So you literally had Salem's Lot, Carrie. The Salem's Lot TV movie didn't come out till after Carrie.
Yep.
All I'm saying is he had nothing. The only credit King had was people that read his freaking college magazine shorts that later went into his collections, or the horror community that read Stephen King on his second book. You didn't have any clout at all with this.
Yeah.
As far as calling now, if you say, "Oh, it's a King property," people are going to go see it based off that, and then it's going to be your fault. Well, how bad you fuck it up? You know what I mean? That's where King's at now.
I think one of the things that works is De Palma put these little tricks into this. So it's just not the story. The story's kind of basic when you look at it.
Oh, it's basic as fuck.
But he uses all these little tricks with especially all the scenes in the gymnasium, different tactics like that. The camera close up, fade away into the background. There's so many tricks that he does that he wanted to make this movie his own, and you can tell it stands out. And
yeah, those are always the best King adaptations, and we'll obviously touch on this later in the year because September we always touch on King shit, but any of the great King adaptations where the director has kind of done his own thing with the property and made it to where it's still King, but hey, I'm sprinkling all the stuff in there. And De Palma did. He really did. From the angles he wanted everything shot at. I mean, and you could tell that between the 76 and 13 film, just the cinematography alone is night and day. Minus because also 13 uses a fair amount of CGI, which. But
there's just throwaway shots, when Carrie's in the classroom and the dude's doing the poem, and the camera's on her, and then fades her and pulls up to him, and that's most times you do one shot her, one shot him, and De Palma's no, we're gonna just take your eyes off of her and fade it to who we're supposed to. And
exactly.
Just neat little tricks like that. And I think, one of the big reasons Carrie's successful is the two main actresses. And
we've got Sissy Spacek, who I feel like this was
her first movie pretty much.
Yeah. And then she went on to do the Coal Miner's Daughter. And awesome thing with this though is that they brought her back for season 1 of Castle Rock on Hulu.
That's right.
Which is fucking awesome. Hey guys, girls, I'm a huge King nerd, so I'm just oh god, this is SpaceX back and that But then we've got 3 actually. We've got Piper Laurie, who plays Mama.
Yeah.
But the biggest actor of all in this film is the douchiest piece of shit ever, and that's John Travolta.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking Billy. Who you going to the prom with, Sue? Billy Nolan. Chris.
You mean the guy that beats the fucking pig with the sledgehammer?
Like, hey, I got this. So. Whoa, hey.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, he's only in it for what, like
that scene, and then the scene when they pull the fucking cord,
and then when they're in the car. But yeah, he's not really in it that much for how big he became. I mean,
figure this came out at the same time he was doing Welcome Back, Kotter.
Yeah,
this is before Urban Cowboy. This is before Saturday Night Fever. This is before all that. He was really doing TV, and then he did.
Now the girl who played his girlfriend Nancy Allen, she went on to do some Word of Palma movies. She was
what was she in?
Dressed to Kill. So
real? Oh yeah. Holy shit.
She also is RoboCop's partner.
Fuck me, God, no, she is.
Yeah.
Oh shit, fuck, dude, she is.
Yeah, so she popped up in a lot of.
What's her fucking name in RoboCop? I'm trying to think. It's like, Alex.
Lewis,
because it's Alex Murphy is RoboCop's full name, right?
Yeah.
So it's Lewis. Yeah.
Anna Lewis or something.
Yeah.
Anna. Something like that. But yeah, I mean, like,
she's in both RoboCop 1 and 2.
She was in this and then just kind of jumped into like a lot of other big movies. So
fuck, I can't believe that. Damn. Awesomeness. So, all right. We talked a little bit about the OG. We need to dive into the remake here, the 2013. So what we got with 2013? We've got a 2013 film directed by Kimberly Pierce. Now, she doesn't have a lot of directorial like credit. She's done like 3 things. This being actually the last. She's done like TV after this. Yeah. Like pretty much the last.
I'd say probably her biggest is Boys Don't Cry.
Boys Don't Cry with Hilary Swank, and that is a fucking good movie.
Yeah.
That is a fucking good movie. And when I saw it in theaters, Carrie, I didn't know who that was, but when I went back and rewatched it for this, some of that movie made more sense.
Yeah, she definitely took a different approach from what De Palma did, and kind of where De Palma's just like, heavy religious overtones, and she discovers her powers. The remake kind of treats it like her psychic powers, along with her period, is her like learning, her beginning to like understand herself.
Yeah, because her powers didn't hit her until she had her first period and she went through puberty. Whereas, same thing that's the same in both movies. The only difference is in the De Palma, you got a lot of tits, which was nice.
Oh, yeah.
At the beginning.
Hey,
sorry.
We're creepy again.
No, it's not creepy, dude. Breasts are amazing. Ladies, I'm sorry, but...
More breasts, less CGI. If I had a slogan, that's what it would be.
That needs to be the shirt. Can we do that and get away with that? More breasts, less CGI. Oh.
Because
it's not coming from a creepy factor. It's like, the woman's body is amazing. So the opening to Brian De Palma's Carrie is just glorious. Like, it's not like a teenage boobs. It's like just beautiful women bodies.
Yeah.
Like, something wrong with that.
Beautiful, yes.
Yes.
I would say the remake, they definitely decided anything Carrie uses her abilities on has to be as heavy CGI as fucking possible. And it's very upsetting. Because that was... I was curious the approach. I'd seen this in the theater. It had been a long fucking time. And I was like, okay, I'm not hating this. And then the CGI happened. I said, okay, now I'm hating this.
Yeah.
And then the CGI blood happens at the end of the movie.
Don't even. Oh,
and
God.
I had to pause it and stop for a minute because I was like, okay, guys, there's one thing you have to not CGI among everything else. The fucking blood. It's the classic fucking scene. And not only did they CGI it, but they do it 3 times. They go, you see this? Wait, see it again? Other angle, CGI blood? Again, you're like, okay, guys.
No, wait, the blood drop wasn't CGI.
Oh, look at it again. It's
the blood coming off of her was CGI.
No,
when
the
it goes
blood
up.
drop is it's CGI.
Is it?
Yeah.
Did I miss that?
That's why they decided to show it off over and over again. Blood doesn't wave up and then splash down. It just splashes down. Like it.
Maybe that shot of it falling did.
Yeah.
But like when it hits her, I don't feel like that's CGI.
It looked pretty CGI. Let's just say it then cuts to practical where she's covered. And then when she gets angry, then again, they can't help themselves. CGI where she's so angry, the blood is coming up off of her.
Oh, man, I was like focused on that. Like I feel like maybe okay, I can see where coming out of the bucket it was CGI, but when it hits her, I don't feel like it's CGI, dude.
All right, I do have to ask a very, very important question because I have never actually read the book. Don't get angry with me. But in the book, does it replay the scene to be so accurate that the bucket hits Dude Man on the head that's on stage?
Yes.
Okay. Does he get killed by it?
If I remember the book correctly, because I haven't read that in a while, it doesn't say.
Okay, because in the original, he gets hit over the head. He's knocked out. It's obvious he's knocked out.
You don't know, but you don't know if he's knocked out or dead.
Well,
he never gets back up before the school burns down.
But they made sure in this remake he is dead, eyes wide open. He is dead. I was just like, which kind of threw me off a little bit.
It's still understandable, dude. If something falling from a great height and hits you in the right spot in the head,
right?
And I say the right spot, it's not like a small spot. It's like the right spot of like a third of your head. It could kill you.
It just seemed like De Palma figured it was almost unnecessary. And that's why I asked if it was in the book, because it hits him and knocks him out right there. Probably the last person to talk Carrie down. He's knocked out. It doesn't matter if he's knocked out or dead. But this movie, they're like, oh, he's fucking dead. Just to make sure you know, he's fucking dead. I'm like, I'm pretty sure she's already pissed off anyway. Yeah. You don't need to add to it. It just bothered me. And then you get, which... Man, if they had just gone practical with this would have been fun.
Well, there's a lot of things in the final scene with the remake that was just like,
but there's some kills that I was like, all right, but it's CGI, so fuck off. Like that, if they just
the Bleacher one wasn't CGI.
Okay, there's one.
I'm just giving you one.
Oh, one, yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool, but no, the end scene and so rewatching it, it's the same bitch I had when we walked out for seeing it in theater.
Yeah.
Why'd they CGI all that? Oh, and the worst is fucking Chris's death scene in the fucking car where her face goes through the fucking windshield.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, dude.
Which, again, you would have had an amazing, like, practical effect. Like, fucking all that glass. But no, they couldn't.
And they didn't put anything in her eye. It's a rated R movie.
I know.
Glass shard in the eye. Something. Because if I saw that, I might have puked.
And again, I'm going to ask you another question.
Mm-hmm.
The friend that sets up Carrie... Or
Sue.
Sue. In the book, did she find out she's pregnant? Is that a book thing, or is that?
I don't remember.
Okay,
that I don't remember
because again,
that was random as fuck.
Random as shit. Where you see her throw up, you're like, okay, and then in this one, she shows up at Carrie's house as
doesn't happen,
and Carrie's like she's gonna be a girl, and I'm like, what does this have? Why is this in here? This doesn't fucking matter.
I will say, I don't remember. If it I don't remember it happening in the book,
right?
But I do know that Sue didn't show up at the house in the book.
Okay.
So if it happened outside of the final, like,
because here's
scene.
The thing is, I had watched something that told me the last shot in this is the gravestone, a la like the first one, but you just start seeing, instead of her hand popping up, you see a crack and
hear a scream. Don't forget the scream.
Okay.
Let me get the screen.
But here's the thing. The director actually had a more hardcore final shot, which is Sue having her child, and then Carrie's arm, pops up out of her stomach. Credits.
That would have been rad.
Yeah. But I think that's the only reason that she was pregnant talked about being pregnant the last 10 minutes is because she really wanted that end scene.
Oh, you didn't know. Oh.
Yeah.
That was bullshit.
Yeah.
Now, I will say that Carrie's home life between the two movies, in the remake, that was like, for me, the best part, saving grace of the film. Julianne Moore did an awesome job.
Yeah. She's the best part about it.
Was she Piper Laurie? No. Did she do a good job? Yes.
Yeah.
Piper Laurie is the ultimate of fucking horrific mothers.
But she added just small things that made her creepy in a different way.
Oh, with like the cutting thing?
I was about to say,
yeah.
When she's talking and she almost like she has to punish herself, and like she's cutting herself while like she's talking to
They never say it, but I'm pretty sure they're Catholic. Because they're all about hating yourself and punishing yourself.
The beginning of the movie when, she accidentally gives birth to her daughter, and she has the knife about to...
No, it was scissors.
Yeah.
Fucking scissors.
Yeah. And then she stops for a second. I was like, I don't remember that in the first movie, so...
And I don't remember that in the book. It might have been a flashback scene when they're talking.
Yeah.
But, I don't remember the book. I feel like the book is all from Carrie's perspective, so I don't remember the mom wanting to kill Carrie right off the bat. So,
in my opinion, the weakest part of the movie is the most obvious, and that's the girl that played Carrie. She's for some reason she keeps doing remakes. She did Let the Right One In. I didn't hate her as much in that as this. This, it just seemed like her approach to Carrie is just look like you're holding a fart the entire time and just look confused and upset, but not actually timid and new to this outside world like Sissy Spacek did.
I feel like she does look new, but more like a confused new versus like newborn baby.
It just looks like there's something
new.
like she's like just it just doesn't translate the way it did for Sissy Spacek, and I don't know. Again,
I agree with that. I do,
and maybe some of that has to do with the fact that that was Sissy Spacek's first role. Obviously, I'm watching this going, "Oh, that's Hit Girl." Oh, and that probably doesn't help. But I just didn't buy it, and I thought that really, besides obviously the obnoxious CGI, was the big thing that affected my opinion on this movie.
But that's a good point, though. I mean, you're looking at Sissy Spacek, like if she's new to the production of this film, like that'd be easy to translate versus Chloe Grace Moretz, who
we'll say CGM. We'll call her CGM.
Who's been in this already.
Yeah,
and that's a good way. Like we've already talked about, Julianne Moore is the mom. Chloe Grace Moretz does play Carrie. Judy Greer takes on the role of the gym teacher, which is awesome. Right. And a little tidbit here for stuff. We got Hart Bochner, who plays Ellis in Die Hard as the father of Chris.
I thought he looked fucking familiar.
Yeah.
God damn it.
Ellis, we doing? Say you don't know me. You don't know me.
Yeah.
The father that went to the principal's office and tried to protect his daughter was none other than Ellis. Hey,
this is
Bub.
Is this really going to happen this week? Because I just listened to another one where they covered Supergirl, and the main love interest in Supergirl, that same motherfucking dude from Die Hard. Yeah.
Wait, Supergirl the movie?
Yeah.
The trash?
Yeah. The main dude in that?
I got to rewatch that movie because I haven't seen that in forever.
Not to go too much off the rails.
No, but that movie's
it's just
horrible.
To hear that dude's brought up in that, and then here we bring it up in this, kind of just random as shit.
That movie's terrible.
Yes it is.
It's terrible.
Yes.
So yeah, that's the cast. The cast is a little bit smaller. Oh, we forgot somebody from the original one, man. We forgot fucking PJ Souls. She's up in that shit.
Oh yeah.
And William Catt plays fucking the boyfriend.
Yeah.
Who takes Carrie out, who was in House.
Yeah, I was going to say later on in House and Greatest American Hero show, whatever.
Yeah.
He's
so the cast is definitely more stellar in the original than the remake. But I will say Judy Greer's character as the gym teacher is fucking badass.
Yeah.
Like
also I'll throw out there because I like one of the other movies at the end. Angel Igort or whatever, who plays Tommy in this one.
Mm-hmm.
Main dude in Baby Driver.
That's like the only thing he's done good since.
I know, but he's done something else. I mean, if you look at most of his cast, I don't give two shits about most of the stuff.
No, Baby Driver kicks out. He was great in Baby Driver, but he was in something else. I'm like,
the Divergent series.
That's it. Yeah,
I want to diverge away from everyone.
Hey, wait, hold on. Those. I want to be Hunger Games, but I'm not.
Yeah.
So cool. Yeah.
Diverge your eyes away from those movies, okay?
So yeah, but no, Baby Driver is a fucking awesome movie. Definitely check out Baby Driver if you haven't. I mean, who? Jamie Foxx, fucking
John Hamm.
John Hamm.
John Hamm. Oh yeah, John Hamm.
Dude, we need to have a Mad Men episode on the flagship. Fuck me, man.
Well, before we do that, we have to have a Breaking Bad episode.
That's not going to happen, probably.
God damn it.
So, all right.
This one's going to be an easy one.
We're going to get to the nitty-gritty here. All right. This movie, the reason we didn't delve too deep into like the actual story is because this remake, when it came out, touted that it was going to be completely different take on the original 76 film. What we got was a pretty much 90%, 85% frame for frame.
I don't know. Sue's pregnant in this one.
That's the 15%.
Duh. Yeah, I mean,
Sue being pregnant and the initial scene of Julianne Moore makes the 15%.
I mean, the gym teacher's dialogue is literally word for word from the original. Like the
montage of them shopping for fucking tuxedos.
Yeah.
For prom? Dude.
Sue is pregnant. Totally different.
Again, that and the opening scene make up the 15%.
And she does more with the car that tries to run her over than CGI glass.
This remake ended up being a shot-for-shot It was like watching Dirty Dancing, but with the Stephen King property. You know that Dirty Dancing remake where it was literally the same fucking movie?
Yeah.
But like they're wearing like Abercrombie and Fitch and like Aeropostale versus like Levi.
There's no reason for
like what the fuck are you doing?
Actually, it's kind of you could throw this out as kind of like Prom Night that we did not that long ago. Where
I think I'd watch the Prom Night remake over this again. Dude, I did this movie.
It's a bold statement
because again. Stephen King fan here.
That's true. It does.
Come on, man.
It does cut you a little deeper.
It hurts a little bit, man.
It cuts a little deeper. All right, I'll give you that. So
anyway, but I do want to give it one credit, or a nod that what I think they were trying to do, and it just takes a certain individual to maybe see it that they were trying to do that, was by choosing Chloe Grace Moretz as Carrie. I think they were trying to deviate a little bit from the fact that you had to. Now, Sissy Spacek is a gorgeous woman. She was back then. She's aged so well. She is like the gilf, I guess you'd call her. But but she definitely had the deer in the headlights look of being afraid and anxious. Chloe Moretz never had that. So my thing that I think the director was trying to do was show you that the anxiety and the bullying can happen to anybody.
Yeah.
Kimberly Pierce, if that's what you're trying to do, I feel like in that level, this movie succeeded. Because it did show Carrie getting fucking shit on hard. But Chloe, the actress, isn't bad looking.
They definitely added, after the blood gets spilled, where now the video of her...
At prom being played,
Yeah, gets played, and that will definitely add some more. This is going to be the smallest of small gripes, but it just irritated me. She kept raising her hands to use her powers, and I've seen so many superhero movies now that I'm just so kind of dull to that moment. Watching the original and see Spacek arms by her side, just using her eyes to fuck shit up, it just comes off as more fucking badass.
Oh, totally comes off more badass.
Because it's just like in this remake, she's using her hands and like to like watch me move this, woo.
But
and
it shows her choking people.
I understand, but the head tilting in the original, where Sissy Spacek was like, "Oh, y'all gonna try to use that door? Turn head, fucking dead." I like that shit.
Oh yeah, no, that's way better.
Yeah,
I mean, there are a couple things that they did because not only did they show her like hold up like she's choking. They would show the imprint on the throat.
And I'm fine with some of that. It's just every time. Like, she never had that.
She was like Scarlet Witch, but in a horror world.
Yeah.
That's basically what she was. And I get what you're saying. The Carrie remake doesn't... It's a fucking filler for me. 2013 Carrie is a filler for me. I just do want to give it the credit that it did well enough to show a portrayal of a pretty much what could have been the head of the cheerleader squad looking girl.
Right.
Raised in a fucked up, like, backwoods religious fucking house.
Yeah.
Not being exposed to the fucking world around her, how that could also come out to where now she's being bullied because she doesn't know.
So you're giving this movie like a D minus as like, I see you try to do something, so I'm not gonna fail you, but I'm never gonna fucking watch your movie again.
Yeah, you are a filler. You are totally a filler.
And I will filler for me. Again, it's just sad because I think you could potentially had some really cool death scenes if you did them practical, not CGI. But again, yeah, why would we want to take the time to do that when we could just type it in a computer and make it happen? So,
do you get what I'm saying about the maybe the different take on like bullying happens across the board? So I'll take a moment to get on a little bit of a soapbox. Bullying happens across the board, and it has for as long as bullying's even been a thing that people are aware of. And the original Carrie did dive into that, the 1976 film, but they did pick an actress who was not as, I guess, by standards. I think Sissy Spacek is beautiful. Standards that would be as accepting back in the 70s because she had freckles, and apparently that's a fucking social faux pas with beauty is freckles. Oh God, you can't have fucking freckles. I really think that's the biggest thing about why they one of the reasons why they chose her was because of freckles.
I think it was just innocence there. She
looked innocent.
She looked like
every other actress actress of the main clique had clear non-freckle skin.
But I'm saying she looked like she shouldn't be in high school, even though she is in high school. She just looked so young and naive.
Well, and that goes into the upbringing.
Yeah.
Right?
And this I just didn't buy it with Chloe. Like, it just
she adapted to it too quick.
Yeah,
I think she did adapt to it too quick. But I think the original message was to show that like you can still potentially look like you should be a fucking rock star, but you're still getting bullied on, and you're still getting like some of the meanest shit in the world happening to you.
Yeah.
And for that, I give it an applaud, because normalizing bullying, not normalizing it to the point where it's like it's okay to happen. I mean normalizing like everybody gets shit on.
Well, I mean the director's familiar with this. Boys Don't Cry. The whole theme of that is bullying to the level of murder. I mean, shit.
Exactly. And the I hadn't actually seen a picture of the director. I've seen Boys Don't Cry. I'd never seen a picture of the director, but I saw a picture of Kimberly Pierce earlier today prior to recording this, and I swear that movie was based around her. She had the same haircut that Hilary Swank did in that movie. I mean, dude, like, and to put that movie out there like that, like I've got to give the credit where it's due. Boys Don't Cry kicked ass. It's a good fucking movie, because bullying is fucking bullshit.
Now make a not remake horror movie about bullying,
please,
and go from there. There you go.
Give me that.
Yeah,
you've got content.
Don't involve any remakes. Just do it an OG one.
Yeah, just do it. Just fucking do it. So that's where we're at with the 2013 remake of Carrie. It's a fucking filler. It's unanimous. Never watching that. Never fucking watching that again.
Yeah, not one of the worst ones, but not gonna pass the.
No, not. It's not.
No. It's still filling the toilet.
Oh, it's filling the toilet. That's about as bad as filler is. I've got other descriptions for worse ones.
Yeah,
this one's just filling a toilet.
When you get angry, you just don't go, yeah, the toilet's fine.
It's
toilet on top of this, and add this to
it. Yeah. So, always check out GOIPodcast.com. Check out all our links. We got Amazon.com. You click on the link. You go and you just log in and shop on Amazon like normal, because it's through our link. We get a little bit of kickback, and we fucking appreciate that shit. The other link would be TeePublic, and that's where all the designs are for all our merch. You go through that link, and you can get our designs on shirts, hoodies, fucking notebook covers, mugs, fucking travel mugs.
Make a collage of our stickers.
Magnets, all that shit. And then
really
please,
cool.
Definitely do that. We love seeing fucking GUI Network merch floating around wherever the fuck we are.
Yeah.
And while you're on GUIPodcast.com, definitely check out all the other shows under the network. We have something for everybody. There is something there. There's a flavor for everybody. And until we talk to you again, stay safe.
Join us at GUIPodcast.com.
In a world ravaged by movie studios that keep rehashing the same things, only one podcaster has the guts to make it even worse. Join Mike the Hobbit as he traverses the internet to bring you some of the best and worst ideas for reboots, remakes, and reimaginings of some of your favorite and least favorite TV and film properties. Ideas like a John Waters He-Man movie, Fantastic Four the musical, and Aliens, done entirely with marionettes. What podcast would bring this evil upon the world? This is Smack My Pitch Up. Available anywhere you get your podcasts.
Hey guys, Scotty Big Daddy Preston here. That's right, the Geek Father, asking you to join me here every other week with friends and family of the GUI Network as we go through all the trials and tribulations of being a geeky parent. So remember, join us or cry.
My name is Amy Bogard.
And I'm Mike the Hobbit.
And we are the hosts of Deeply Upsetting, where we use our expertise to answer your most upsetting hypothetical quandaries, such as, what non-winged animal deserves wings?
And what body part deserves a secret mouth?
Which cryptid is the worst roommate?
These questions and more that plague you will be answered on Deeply Upsetting, available anywhere you get your podcasts and at GUIPodcast.com.